So, is Texas the land of freedom when it comes to tiny homes? You'd think so, right? Big state, lots of open land, that independent spirit, but when it comes to legally living tiny in Texas, it's not as simple as don't mess with my shed. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly where you can and can't legally live in a tiny home in the Lone Star State. We'll talk zoning laws, tiny home friendly counties, what kind of homes actually work there, and some real world tips if you're trying to go off grid or live debt free on your own land. And stick around to the end because I'll not only give you my verdict on Texas, I'll also tell you why Tennessee might be even better for some folks thinking about the tiny life. Let's jump in. Texas is known for freedom and independence, but when it comes to tiny homes, things get a little complicated. See, Texas doesn't have a statewide building code or zoning law that governs tiny homes across the board. That sounds like a good thing until you realize that every single city, town, and county can make its own rules. That means in some parts of Texas, you can live in a converted shed, park a tiny home on wheels, or build an off grid cabin with no pushback. But just a few miles down the road, you could be told your home is illegal because it doesn't meet minimum square footage, it isn't on a foundation, or it doesn't tie into the city water. And unfortunately, there's no magical list of where it's allowed and where it's not. So let's look at what we do know. Let's start with the bright spots, places in Texas that have been known for welcoming tiny homes. One of the best known examples is Spur, Texas. Back in 2014, Spur made headlines when it declared itself the nation's first tiny house friendly town. They even put it on the billboards, but there's a catch. Your tiny home had to be on a permanent foundation with plumbing, electrical, and all the other basics. That rules out tiny homes on wheels unless you're willing to anchor them down and treat them more like a regular house. Still, that was a big step forward, and it inspired a lot of other rural towns and counties to relax their restrictions. Ellis County, for example, is known for having minimal zoning requirements in their unincorporated areas, and people are converting sheds, including barndominiums, and putting up tiny cabins with little interference, as long as they're not tying into city infrastructure. Van Zant County, Liberty County, parts of Hill Country, and counties surrounding San Antonio have also been popular with off-grid tiny home folks for years. But even in these areas, it's still smart to double check with the county and the utility providers. Some places may allow you to live tiny, but they throw up roadblocks when it comes time to install power or a septic system. If you're researching land, here's the best way to start. Call the county clerk or the building department and ask if zoning applies to unincorporated land. Ask if accessory structures or tiny homes are allowed. Ask about utilities, power, septic, water. And here's a pro tip. Look for Texas shed groups on Facebook. They'll tell you what's working and what areas to possibly avoid. So if the countryside is pretty open, what's the problem? Cities in Texas are where things get tricky. In places like Austin, Houston, or Dallas, you'll run into minimum square footage rules that require homes to be like 600, 800, or even 1,000 square feet to qualify for residential use. That means your tiny home, whether it's on wheels or a slab, might be treated as temporary or even denied as a legal residence. And in most urban areas, tiny homes on wheels are treated as RVs, not houses. That means you can't live in one full time unless you're in a permitted RV park or mobile home community. If you want to park in your friend's backyard or a city lot, probably not going to fly. Even if you try to get around it by converting a shed, cities often require the structure to meet the International Residential Code or IRC standards. That includes insulation, egress windows, ceiling heights, and a minimum size. It's doable, but expensive and hard to pull off under 400 square feet. The bottom line, if you want to live tiny in Texas, avoid the city limits, plain and simple. So what kind of tiny home actually works in Texas? Honestly, your best bet is a shed-to-home conversion, especially in unincorporated rural counties. You can buy a 12 by 32 or 16 by 40 shell, have it delivered, and build it out as your time and budget allow. These are all common over Texas and are often treated more like accessory structures than primary dwellings, which gives you a little wiggle room. If you're doing a tiny home on wheels, make sure you're either parking it in a tiny home community. Yes, they're popping up around the state. In a permitted RV or mobile home park, or on your own rural land where there's no zoning code to worry about. I've also seen people living in converted shipping containers, and Texas is actually one of the top places in the country for doing that. In fact, there's a couple out in the hill country who built a gorgeous 16 by 40 square foot home overlooking the canyons. Totally DIY, totally legal, and totally beautiful. But what if you want to go even simpler? Off-grid, no bills, self-sufficient. Texas is prime territory for off-grid living. Large rural lots, cheap land in some regions, and plenty of sun for solar. What's not to like? In counties like Terrell, Presidio, or Hudspeth, you could buy 5 to 10 acres of raw land for under $20,000 total. No building inspections, no zoning, and plenty of space to breathe. But with that freedom comes responsibility. You'll likely need to haul in water or drill a well, manage your own waste system, like think about composting toilet or a septic tank, and you'll have to install solar panels or a generator. It's not the easy road, but for a lot of folks, especially those who want to be debt-free and self-reliant, it's the right one. If you're dreaming of a homestead with chickens and a garden and no nosy neighbors, this is a Texas most people don't talk about, but it's alive and well and it's out there. So is Texas a good place to live in a tiny home? Honestly, yes, if you do it right. Rural Texas is one of the best places in the country to go tiny. You can find land without zoning restrictions, build what you want, and live with an incredible amount of freedom. But you've got to avoid city limits, you got to be smart about utilities, and you got to check with the county before you commit. And if you're looking for a community of folks doing the same thing, learning together, sharing resources, and chasing that simpler life, I'd love to have you join us in Pawpaw's Porch, my private community for tiny home dreamers, doers, and DIYers. You'll get behind-the-scenes access, early videos, members-only downloads, and a whole lot of encouragement from people who get it. You can check it out and join us over at askpawpaw.com/porch. So what do you think? Would you live tiny in Texas? Or maybe you already are. Let me know. Drop your city or county in the comments. Let's crowdsource a list of tiny home-friendly spots together. And don't forget to subscribe, because next up in the Where Can You Live Tiny series, we're heading to Tennessee, a state that's quietly become a tiny home paradise in a lot of ways. If you're looking for affordable land, relaxed building codes, and a great quality life, you won't want to miss this one. They're my neighbor right down the road. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.